Hello, welcome. My name is Katie and this is where we discuss true crime, politics and current affairs. If you are a returning viewer, first of all, have you subscribed? Clearly you might like my content if you are coming back for more. But this one, you know how well it goes. We go through a document or article and we discuss it. I am not a lawyer, I am not legally qualified. This is all my uneducated opinion. And this came out a bit ago whilst I was, dying of man flu. But it turns out that Kouri Richins' mom, Lisa Darden, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, was once investigated in regards to the death of her partner. That's what we're going to have a look at today. So let me get it up in front of me. Here we go. So a recently unsealed search warrant affidavit has revealed an investigation into Kouri Richins' mum, Lisa Darden, who investigators believe could have possibly been involved in planning and orchestrating the death of Kouri's husband. This is on Court TV website, by the way. Kouri is charged with murdering her husband Eric by a lethal dose of illicit fentanyl and trying to profit from his life insurance. During the investigation, detectives dug deep into Kouri and Eric's personal relationships, including Kouri's mum, with whom she communicated almost daily for both personal matters and in her business dealings, according to the affidavit. In the affidavit, Detective O'Driscoll revealed that in 2006, Lisa Darden was living with an adult female with whom she was having a romantic relationship. The woman died unexpectedly from what an autopsy determined to be an overdose of oxycodone. Despite having prescriptions for oxycodone and a history of medication abuse, the partner was not in recovery, leading investigators to suspect foul play rather than accidental overdose. Further investigation showed that Kouri's 64-year-old mother had been named the beneficiary of her partner's estate a short time before her death. Based on Lisa Darden's proximity to her partner's suspicious overdose death and her relationship with Kouri, it is possible she was involved in planning and orchestrating Eric's death, O'Driscoll said in the affidavit. That's a hell of a claim. Kouri's attorney, Sky Lazaro, responded to the state's claims. Quote, "The fact that Miss Darden's significant other was one of the millions that suffered from and ultimately succumbed to opioid addiction is hardly suspicious. It is tragic and unfortunately quite common." End quote. Lazaro went on to say that the fact that Miss Darden was the beneficiary of her romantic partner's life insurance policy was neither unique nor different than most American families, and that to suggest otherwise is nothing more than a baseless conspiracy theory. The search warrant, which aimed to seize and examine the contents of any and all electronic communication devices belonging to Lisa Darden, was granted and executed on May the 4th, 2023, shortly after Kouri was arrested. So in the actual affidavit, I'm going to quote from that now. In investigating Kouri Richins' associates, it was discovered that in 2006, Richins' mother was living with an adult female with whom she was having a romantic relationship. In April of that year, her romantic partner died unexpectedly. An autopsy report of the female partner showed that her immediate cause of death was a drug poisoning from an overdose of oxycodone. Further investigation showed that Lisa Darden had been named as the beneficiary of her partner's estate a short time before her death. The female did have current prescriptions for oxycodone and reportedly struggled with abusing her meds. She, however, was not in a state of recovery from addiction at the time of her death. Based on my training and experience, this would likely rule out the possibility of an accidental overdose. In reviewing forensic downloads of Kouri's phone, it is clear she is very close with her mother and communicates with her almost daily, both for personal matters and in her business dealings. Conversations have been found on Kouri's phone showing disdain for Eric on Lisa's part. Based on Lisa Darden's proximity to her partner's suspicious overdose death and her relationship with Kouri, it is possible she was involved in planning and orchestrating Eric's death. And there was a search warrant for Lisa's Samsung stylus cell phone, and with access to electronic documents, emails, instant messaging, text messaging, personal communications, internet history, personal and business schedules, photographs, images and videos, contacts, phone numbers, call history, GPS location, social media activity, and all other digital activity stored on that device. And that the property or evidence that they are searching, so the phone, was unlawfully acquired or is unlawfully possessed, has been used or is possessed for the purpose of being used to commit or conceal the commission of an offence, or is evidence of illegal conduct. The detective believes the property and evidence described above is evidence of the crime.